Welcome back to the channel, folks, and to another video. Now, it's not a battle report, it's not a painting guide, it's a little something different that I'm going to try. I can possibly interest you folks in completed projects. You know, you might see me posting up short videos where I go over commissions and so on, but why not make it a bit of a longer video so you can see things in a bit more detail and I can talk about any challenges or interesting points from the batch or commission in question. If you'd like any information about our commission service, then contact us on the email address that's appearing on screen just now. Before we get started, folks, I'd just like to give you a quick update on the Flames of War Scottish Nationals that we're holding in May this year. Now, we've got some great sponsors who are offering some great prize support for the event. We have some great prizes coming from Overlord Game Store and Frontline Terrain, so I'd like to thank them for supporting the event. You can find links to their websites in the description below, where you'll also find links to the event details themselves, where you can purchase the tickets, where you can get the tournament pack, where you can find us on Facebook, and also an email address for contact details. And hopefully we'll see some of you regular viewers at the event too. So what have we got here, folks? Well, this is Australians. Mediterranean theme, so they could perhaps be used in Crete or in North Africa somewhere. So bit of a desert, rocky kind of theme with three distinct basing styles across the main infantry platoons. Now, I've used various types of bases for these. We've first of all got the Battlefront plastic rural bases, and they come with like fences, trees, the sort of rocky surface footprints, you know, tyre tracks and so on. So they're quite nice and actually really quite easy to paint, quite straightforward, don't take a hell of a lot of time. And then for a platoon that's working its way through some ruins, we've got bases by, I'm going to get this totally wrong, but Boeda Bernie, I believe the name is. I'll put a link in the description to their website, folks. That's probably a surer way of you finding them than trying to understand what I just said. I've painted some stuff by them before, and it's really, really nice resin to work with, folks. It takes paint well. Some of the bases come with holes, which you'll need to probably trim your bases to fit. Other ones are, let me see there, like the commander, where is he? There he is. You know, they don't have any bases and you've got to cut the bases off and then attach the figures to the base. That's an easy process with this kind of resin because it's soft, it's pliable, it doesn't crack in the way that other resin might, so you can easily drill a hole in the base. And then what I do is I cut the base down, leaving a tiny little pin on one of the feet, and that is what I use to pin to the terrain. It works really well. It's quite a quick process as well, folks. It's not too time consuming, and you can see I've done it on the mortars that are part of the company HQ here. And in this platoon is a lot more sort of a desert kind of look to it. I've used two different colours of paste. Now, these are the Vallejo pastes that I use, and I've got a sand coloured one, an earthy coloured one, and then I've put a heavy wash, a sort of ochre coloured wash over the top of them, and you very quickly get this sort of varied surface. I've added a few little bits of, now in the main this is coal from model railway suppliers, little tiny little bits of coal that you can paint after you've added on and scatter them around, with also some little bits of rock and also some spare trees and stumps and so on from the rural bases pack. There's a small platoon of 3 carriers. I've not added any insignia to them yet. I've yet to know what to add to them, if any. Heavy machine gun platoon. I've still to base a commander for them. These are set up for version 3, folks. That's why there's some platoon commands, such as on the 2-pounder anti-tank gun. And then I've got these buffers now. I really, really like plastic guns, plastic artillery, anti-tank guns, anti-aircraft guns, for so many reasons. And these are a perfect example of why I like the plastics. These are on the Buera Bernie bases again. Now, each one of these guns has got 15 different components that have to be sanded, filed, fitted, glued, kept together before they're even thinking about being painted. They obviously go together well and they look nice, but oh my goodness, plastic is so much easier to work with, especially in such complicated pieces. And what have we got here, folks? Well, I found these casualties whilst I was rummaging through my various little boxes of odds and ends. I wasn't expecting to find them, I wasn't looking for them, but I thought, well, you know what? These could be a great addition to the project. I've based them to match the platoons. I've put nice bold red edges on them so they stand out from the rest of the unit, and these are going to be pin markers for the units. So the unit gets pinned, let me see, get the right one. You can stick that down beside it, whoops, there we go, during the game, and it looks a bit better than a token. Now, these are very, very much out of production, folks. I don't think you're going to see these again. I maybe have one or two for something, some nation or other kicking about, but it's an interesting way to show pins and to add a bit more character. These figures are all metal, and there's a mixture of Australians in shorts and early war British Expeditionary Force in normal uniforms. So that's going to be long sleeve tunics and trousers. And mixing them up is visually attractive. It helps add a bit of variety, the kind of variety you'd probably see on campaign anyway, somebody might want to wear shorts, somebody might not want to wear shorts. There could be a mixture of available uniforms, and it also allows you to stretch those rare units a bit further. By mixing these two different types of figures together, we can get 3 units of Mediterranean themed Aussies rather than just 2 if we only used the ones in shorts. And I've done the same with my own 8th Army collection. I've used some, let me think now, they are the Italian release that they had in metal again. They're all metal too. And it's a good way, as I said, of having variety and stretching out the figures across your whole collection. But there you go, folks. Aussies for the Mediterranean, North Africa, Crete, that kind of theatre. Interesting project once again. It's great to do these old classic pieces when we get the chance, as well as the vast quantities of the new plastics that we paint most of the time. So thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll probably do some more of these kind of videos. Now you know what to expect from them. Any questions that come out of it, stick it down below in the comments, and I shall certainly get back to you on it. So thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one.